Guys, so this is a weird lighting. So I'm talking about furniture. I really have been wanting to change up my room a lot lately, and uh, it's really tough because my room walls are green, like a salary green, which just brings in clarity. It's great, makes me want to bring in nature even more. I've also wanted to do the idea of like painting flowers on my walls, possibly with my mom, and I think that'd be really cool. She's not really sure because technically, like, with this house, this is a Victorian house. So with Victorian houses, and when they bought it years before I was born, like, around the time I was born, when they bought the house, it was on a super great price. Houses around here cost way too much. Okay, um, so when they bought it, it was a great price. And so everything in the house basically has like a Victorian theme. So with my room, I can't go like super crazy or super artsy or super like colorful. It would throw off the whole like uh, Victorian form of what the room looks like. So I have an alcove shaped room. Right now, I really want to get my rug cleaned, and I wanted to get done last year. My room was too chaotic and unorganized last year to get that done. I would like for color to come back into it. Because my furniture is very heavy and I've had a lot of, like, growing up, I had a really hard time with, like, getting rid of stuff. But I also don't want to go with white because when I was in the dorms, I had a white room. And I also would just go nuts with, like, so when I was in the dorm, I would go nuts with, like, a wall art and stuff. I really liked the dorm. I had 3 different dorm rooms, and that taught me about temporary living, so I don't get attached to the house I'm in now. So it gets the idea of like home is wherever your family is, and I learned that through being in a dorm lifestyle. But before that, I wouldn't have been able to think of parting with this house. So if my parents get older and they ever want to downsize, I'm more up to do that now. But before, I probably wouldn't be because I just couldn't imagine otherwise. So the first dorm was more like it was very very small, and it was really comfortable.
There wasn't like too many wall things me and Mama could do, and I had like the side towards like she had the window side and I had the side that was more on the darker side, so I think that helped me, but I also would sleep a lot. It was nice. I had to climb up to get to my bed. I remember that. I wish I had better memories. And I don't know, it's just really cool. If you're watching Joanne, those are good times. And sophomore year, I was with my roommate. I have pictures I have to go through. I'll try to like show pictures on here. So that one was a little like more like I had some wall space. I had some room space under my bed, and I had desk space. I think my better memories are in the third dorm. So the second dorm was in the same building as the third dorm, but they're like different setup wise. So the third one was cool because hello everyone. This is editor Alex on August 24th, 2021. Inserting my P's and Q's into this. The pictures you're gonna see in a moment. I know they're bad. Okay. I know that I don't know if if I underappreciated being in Boston. When I was in Boston, this wasn't so much my second year. I think the first year, I think not many people knew what they were doing exactly. They're just doing what they were told, and that's what we thought we did. It was like survival on a level of like grades and like following the instructions and like enjoying moments in between. And I think I had more fun in my classes at times. Like I had fun definitely with hanging out. I miss hanging out with people. I miss a lot of people that I used to talk to. But many times I feel so nervous to talk to people because I haven't talked to them so long, and I feel like they don't want to talk to me anymore. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, my first dorm room, it was really nice and cozy. I didn't take a lot of pictures. The walls were cement blocks, and and my bed was like on top, like I had it heightened, and underneath was like my fridge and like storage, and then to the side is my desk, which is like, it was okay. I had cinder block walls. I had posters like most people, and I had like all my shit all over the desk. And it also was my table to eat dinner. It was kind of small and compact, but that's what the freshman dorm was. I don't know. I think now I would probably find it a little claustrophobic because I'm used to like my bedroom. But thinking back to that how small it was, I don't know. I remember if you go back to my old videos, you can find what that dorm looked like. I know that for a fact. For my second dorm pictures, I just showed you them. I couldn't film a lot of videos then. If anyone noticed, it was really hard. I had to like ask my roommates, like, could I make me film a video? Like, and it sounded so awkward. Like awkward, just like explaining, like, oh, I make YouTube videos. And, like, I hated having to do that. I hated having to explain. I think only one of my friends is still friends with me. Like, that was my roommate. The other two don't really talk to me at all, and that's fine. But my second room was the living room. And the living room was because my roommate, her head was next to my desk. The placement of the room was wrong. It's like my desk was right next to where her face would go to bed. So I would work mostly in the living room, on the kitchen table. I'd have my dinner, I'd be working on homework, and I'd be watching TV. I was at the time an organized person, so I was like a hurricane when I was working. Good memories. You guys can see the posters on my wall. I got those from the Ottawa International Animation Festival. That is so amazing. I wish I could go. It is so much fun. I think honestly it's better to go with friends too. And I had my storage under my bed, like my fridge and my stuff. Like that stuff went under there. So you'd have your like drawers for clothing. I had like one closet door thing, and I would just put little pictures on it. Now my third dorm room, I think that was my favorite because it was like more space. The way the room was constructed, we definitely had more space. We constructed it carefully so the desks would be towards the windows, so that if we were working, we wouldn't keep each other up. And then the beds were to the sides of the walls. My neighbors next door were not the best, so at times I had to sleep in the living room because they got a little rowdy at their parties. So I would just sleep in the living room. But honestly, it was really good. I had my drawers under my bed. The fridge was nice. It was an apartment setup, and I don't know if I underappreciated my lifestyle wasn't good because the department I was in really hammered in the workload. Like you were working nonstop. Everyone always joked about having how many energy drinks have you had today? How many cups of coffee have you had today? And many people would say 6, and I can only handle 1. I mean, sometimes I can handle 2, but mostly I'm a slow coffee drinker, so I span my coffee throughout my day. That's what I do. So I don't know how people did it. Honestly, I have absolutely no clue. They were running their health into the ground. That is basically the department I was in before. It was nonstop working. If you weren't a genius, God save you. If you were like me who learned differently, it was really hard. And the professors were kind of like, they were pretty chill, but like one was pretty adamant on like, no, you all like these, this is a problem, like all these different things. And then everyone else sided with said professor. Yeah, I know talking about it is very tough, but that's basically what was going on. You know, I just remember it was like just expanding the hours of my days. Like just I would do all nighters, and I'd sleep during the day. I'd sleep whenever I got the chance. I would time my naps so I could do that. I don't know how the hell I got through. Okay, and I'm glad that I didn't stay. A part of me is heartbroken for the little girl who wanted to be an animator, who worked her butt off through middle school and high school just to get where she wanted to go, but realizing it wasn't the healthy place that I needed to go. You know what I mean? The place I needed to be in was film, and I think there was only 2 animation schools I was looking at, so this was one of them. But the other ones were film. So me and my roommate had the same sort of style going on, and so I think like we had plants on the windowsill. That we had a nice view every day. My bed was facing toward it was like an indent in the wall, so I didn't get like a full view of the window every morning. I actually my closet would be at the foot of my bed, so I could put artwork and I could see it when I wake up in the morning. And my doors had artwork on it, and then my desk area, and we put our desks right next to each other, so it was just like better organizing. Like, oh, it just made more sense. There was like space under my bed. Now, mind you, I was not in the good space of minimalism yet, so this is like, so each time I was in the dorm, I think freshman year was a little more like compact. Sophomore year, I felt bad for my roommate because of how like messy and unorganized I was. And then the third time around, I think me and my roommate was in a fashion department, so my friend Atlas had a lot of fabrics and stuff, and me being in animation, I was always using so many textures and like so many like different sheets. I had paper everywhere, drawings everywhere. I was a mess. I had a lot of stuff. And once I had more stuff than my roommate, actually, I'm pretty sure. It was just insane. Then moving out was like something. It was, I don't know, I think we all remember moving out. Okay, so yes, going off track. But I thought this was important as an update. I am going to try very hard today and just put everything in containers. I'm not sure where they're going to go. And it's a lot to ask my dad to do it today. I think maybe tomorrow or like the day after or sometime this week. But I want to get my room in that sort of readiness. So I'm going to put everything in containers and do that. I think it'll be good. I need to have my rug cleaned. It's been a very long time and the color is faded. I think by cleaning it, it'll bring the color back. Editor Alex, this is the second or third day editing this, August 26th, Thursday, 2021. I'm adding this because on this day, the reason I'm mentioning to use organizers and like mostly bins is because if I can take out these items, I can break down the mess that I'm looking at. Because if you look at a room as a whole and you see too much stuff, it looks overwhelming. But if you break it down into like containers, then you can go from one container to the next container. So you go through one container, go through everything, and then after that's empty, you put it to the side and do the next container. But what I was doing was a container a day. and that made it easier. Sometimes you have to break them down even more so into smaller containers, so you go small container to small container. It's a process. I went through this mostly, I want to say, when I was filming this, and thankfully, as an update to where I am now, this really helped in the long run because it broke down some stuff. It took some time, yes, but if you look at my room now from then, my room looks a lot better from how it was. And as I keep editing these videos, I will do updates. So you guys can see. It is like 100 degrees outside today, so I'm just like really sweaty. We're doing updates, and I'll be talking about it, and I will be showing you guys my room because I just filmed recently another fall capsule wardrobe video. So these are these seasonal capsule wardrobe videos. So definitely look in for those because those are going to be coming up, and that goes by the season. So the reason why I did that recently is because the consignment shops I drop off clothes to, they're taking fall stuff. So that's why I go through all my fall stuff and I do that. I'm still trying to think about it because some of it's kind of hard to part with, but I know I have to like push myself to do this because I'm looking at the categories now where currently where I'm at, I have the two categories I have most things for are clothing and books. So you're seeing all these videos and I narrowed down everything. So right now in 2021, summertime, my life is like my room is mostly clothing and books. There's a lot of books. I'm trying to part with my Pokemon cards. I need to get them approved because I'm not selling them on eBay until I get the sticker of approval so that they can be sold as they're worth. So there's that too. And I am updating clothing on Poshmark just in case you guys are wondering. Okay, and I'm out. Do I want a new rug? I am thinking if I do want a new rug. I think I could go with like a cute kind of greenish kind of rug. I have an aqua rug. It doesn't really match my sheets. My sheets, like it's all purple themed. But I do have some bedding I just got recently, and it's coral. So I don't know how the aqua with the coral look. I think it'd be kind of like fun contrast. My walls are green, so it's kind of confusing. I don't really have a solid theme. I thought green with like a lot of plants everywhere would be great. So there's that idea. With my closet capsule wardrobe thing going on, I really just want spring to arrive so I can just finally get rid of all my winter stuff and just finally bring in all the summer and spring clothes. I don't have a lot of spring and summer clothes. That's why it'll be less to look at and make me feel better. I think I have, which I never thought I'd have more winter and fall, but surprisingly I do, because I layered a lot of different types of outfits. But with quarantine, I'm really not going out as much, so I have all these clothing hanging. It's like, you're not going anywhere. I mean, I might dress up for TikTok, or like a YouTube video, but like, not really. I'm dressed today because I'm going to do a TikTok as a Gryffindor, because I have a matching sweater, even though I'm not a clear Gryffindor. Someone made a comment on a video saying I should do more like uniform type clothing, and I don't have a lot of like uniform type clothing. Yeah, and I don't have a Gryffindor sweater. It's just mine looks like it would be, but it's not really at all. Anyways, yeah, that is the idea. So we're just gonna. It's like it looks cute, but I also in that area I really want a book. Like I want a whole bookcase. When I go into my room videos, because I'm getting older, I just really want a library. I think it would look really good, and I think it would add to like the matureness going on. But also, I have a ton of books. I have a lot of books. And I don't have like a clear bookshelf. I have like one on the top of my ceiling, but I think it's easier if I was showing you, but my room is kind of like, it's something. I would love to have bookshelves, like just tall ones maybe. It's hard to like match the furniture though, that's a downside. But even if they were short, I don't know, because my girl dog has a problem of chewing books, and I'm just more nervous if she would just chew my books. I have a lot of art books and like a lot of illustration books, and those illustration books are references and like ideas, and some of them are like how to do techniques. Some of them are chapter books for like inspiration, because sometimes we all go into ruts. Don't lie to me and say you don't go into an artistic or writing rut. It happens to everybody. I don't know why it happens. I don't even question why it happens. It's happened many times in my life. And on the side of my bed, I have a lot of like school stuff. And I don't know what to do, and stuff I was selling, and nothing's selling because we're stuck in quarantine. So I'm just like, I did donate 3 trash bags full of clothing this week, so I feel good on that, some like stuff. I have more clothing I could give. I'm in a checking mode, so that's a good place. So for minimalism update for this month of May, I'm in the mode of checking. I think I've gone through a lot of emotional thinking and a lot of emotional self-growth, which is very good. And now I'm at a point where I'm easier to part with objects. Way easier to part with things and let go of people and let go of objects. And I'm just gonna check them without, a lot of objects carry less meaning, but many objects still carry meaning. If it's like close relatives, I'll hold on to things. if it's just different things right now. I'm going through many things, and not in a bad way, and not in a way that's going to affect me or clutter my mind or like prevent me from doing anything. I just put thought into things every day, and I'm just letting go of things one by one and feeling good about it. But I also bought plants this week, and then my dad came to me and said, "Did you spend $30 at Lowe's?" I said, "Yes, I bought plants." It's therapeutic. Okay, it's therapeutic. I have a lot of plant seeds, but we're just not ready yet. New England is not ready to like let go of that last frost for some reason, so I can't plant anything, which is why I spent quite a bit at Lowe's for plants.